G'day and welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first visit, welcome. If at the end of the video you do like it, please give that a thumbs up and subscribe and click the little bell for upcoming videos. Just a very quick announcement, the new computer that I upgraded to seems to be working excellently. So we shall endeavour to try a live stream on Sunday evening round about, I don't know, 9 o'clock Eastern time, or 8 o'clock maybe, 8, 9 o'clock, I'll work it out. The last video I did on the those people in the petrol station, I actually had the wrong microphone on, so this microphone might be a lot better. And in relation to that, I've actually sent a message to the Tampa, I think it's District 3 Police Department, trying to get an update on exactly what happened there. Anyway, on with today's video. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are the opening words to CC's videos. You might know him as Chris. You might also know him from a video he posted where his wife appears and says pretty much exactly what we're all thinking.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Well, same day, same time. This is not to scale, of course. When I grew up, the solar system was stationary.
All right, honey, come on.
The sun was standing.
Why don't you stop this bullshit?
Idiot. Shouldn't you give me like 5 minutes?
No, you've had it all morning, and I'm just freezing, and I'm hungry, and it's time to start cleaning the house.
Anyway, here's his introduction.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York.
Now, this next word, when he says it, does anybody think of
Westchester County?
No? It's only me? Okay, let's continue. You look a little bit off colour there, Chris. Are you okay?
Oh, hold on one sec. I just want to let everybody know I'm all right.
Oh, that's great, Chris. We were all so concerned about you.
The coronavirus has now hit Westchester County, New York. We have our first case.
Yeah, basket case.
Now the father is a 50-year-old guy, 50-year-old male. Came back from Miami, Florida. Apparently complained about chest pains, headaches, fever, all the nausea, your basic flu conditions. Went into the ER hospital and was admitted to a hospital down in the city immediately. Discharged and admitted to a hospital in the city. Again, discharged, admitted to a hospital in the city.
I think what you mean here is that he was transferred to the second hospital. So, i.e. first hospital, case closed, transferred to second hospital, case opened, he wasn't discharged.
Now the reason why I'm saying that twice is because while he was in the emergency room, he infected, I'm sure, a half a dozen other people.
And your evidence for this is, were you there? Do you have some recorded footage? How do you know he was in the waiting room?
You see, don't be fooled by the hype, guys, okay? What this is, it's another strand of the flu.
This is from the statnews.com website. The WHO coronavirus is different from influenza, and that means it can be contained. Goes on to say that top officials at the WHO this week have sought to differentiate the spreading novel coronas from influenza, with the underlying message that while season flu cannot be stopped, countries still have the chance to limit cases of COVID-19, the disease caused by the new virus. This virus is not SARS, it's not MERS, and it's not influenza, said the Director General of the WHO. So it's not the flu, Chris.
That's all it is. You ever have the flu before? I did many years ago, and it sucked. Okay? I think I got it from my daughter. I'm not 100% sure where I got it from. But, what was I saying? Oh, anyway, so this is just another form of the flu. Might be a stronger form, whatever it may be. Flu shots don't work on it, and don't be fooled about that bullshit, because flu shots don't do a fucking thing for you, okay? They don't do anything. Nothing. Zero, zip, nada. And God knows what they're pumping in your bloodstream to begin with anyway. Who knows what it is? Because what they do is they make people go out, get the flu shot, and then all of a sudden they come back and say, oh, the reason why it's not working is it's a different strand. Oh, great. So that flu shot I got, the thing you pumped me up with, God knows what chemicals, doesn't work. Okay? Don't believe that nonsense. Don't get it. I haven't gotten it. Never will.
Oh no. Oh no. We know he's a flat earther. He's a moon landing denier, a space denier, and now it turns out he's an anti-vaxxer.
Saying, when I was a kid, they gave it to me. I had no choice. See, that's the thing when you're a child. You have no choice but to digest whatever information they give you. And that's why they lie to the children about the planet, okay? That's why they lie to them and say that we live on this ball. And that's why they get to them when they're children. That should piss you off. It pisses me off. It should piss you off too.
And there it is. A very unsubtle segue into flat earth.
Because they know. They've been doing it for centuries. Well, maybe not centuries, but they've been doing it for decades. Okay? It's just recent. How did we know in 1950 and 1940 we lived on a planet? Because you were told. There were no pictures. There were nothing. Zip. Nada. We had shit. Nothing. You were told we lived on a planet. You believed it. Because you were told. At a very young age.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
It's that bad. It's that bad. That's where the lies begin. All the way when you're a child that doesn't know anything. And now you're a bigger child thinking you live on a planet. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Before I go further into the coronavirus, let's just take a quick look at that. I want you to understand the perspective of being on a planet. Okay, you can't see the sun right now because it's raining. So I'm not even sure where the hell it should be, but let's just say it's at 12 o'clock, okay? Which is right above my head, 12 o'clock. Okay. So now, remember Star Trek, because we're going to look at the Enterprise. Remember those pictures, those fantastic pictures of the Enterprise underneath the planet? Well, the sun is actually 12 o'clock right now, okay? So where you would be in that bendy, curvy area, okay? And you'd be looking straight out from the planet to where the sun is. Okay, so you would be basically almost on your side, okay? People would be underneath us, and people would be above us. All right, just to give you that perspective of what a planet actually looks like in your head when you're looking at the sun.
But wait! There's more!
You see, us flat earthers look at it in a different way because it makes sense. See, we're flat and we're stationary, which means we're not moving. And we're watching the sun pass by us and come toward us. See, that makes a lot of sense.
No.
Doesn't it? This planet, with us being on the side, looking out into space and seeing the sun, which is halfway, around the planet, and you're looking, it just doesn't make any sense.
Here is what Chris and pretty much all of the flat earthers don't grasp, is size and dimensions. The sun is 93 million miles away. That has been proved without a shadow of doubt. What Chris is saying here is that because the sun is above him directly, that if somebody was to, I don't know, go and walk to Brazil, then because of the angle looking up at the sun that's directly above him, they won't see it. And then if someone was obviously continue to walk to Australia, then they wouldn't be able to see it at all because it is directly above him. What he has said there completely endorses the global theory. The fact that you can be anywhere on the curve, from the North Pole, London, Morocco, Australia, and you look out towards the sun. Oh, Jesus.
And then you comprehend the water. Well, then why isn't the water going around? I mean, why isn't it falling off the planet?
Gravity! Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity!
Anyway, so I just want you to think about that perspective of a planet. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, you think about it and you're like, why isn't the water falling off? Why is that? Why is that? Where are the clouds going? How could they be traveling around this planet when you're talking about gas? That's what clouds are. There should be no gravitational pull of gas.
Clouds are formed of tiny droplets of water and or ice crystals, and they stretch out for miles. Again, size issue for Chris. Because of how they're stretched out, the gravitational pull on them is negligible, hence why they appear to float. That's why we have clouds in the sky.
Where is the bleeding part of space? It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't comprehend. Okay, and that's pretty much just why it makes so much sense with a flat Earth covered with a dome and stationary. It's simple, very, very simple.
That's the funniest damn thing I've ever heard!
So don't be fooled about the coronavirus. I will be stopping off at the supermarket and picking up a 6-pack of Corona for myself. I actually heard, and this is the most ridiculous thing, and that's how trained people are. This is how trained they are. There is a decrease of sales of Corona beer.
I had a serious doubt what Chris was claiming here. So I went online, and the best website I could find is factcheck.org. Now, these people are a non-partisan, non-profit consumer advocate for voters. Their goal is to apply the best practices of both journalism and scholarship, and to increase public knowledge and understanding. So they're a pretty genuine website. So what do they say? They say that Corona Beer's public relations team doesn't want its brand associated with the epidemic, which is fair comment, But viral Facebook posts are falsely stating that beer drinkers are shunning Corona as a result of the new coronavirus. And it goes on to say that Corona Extra sales grew 5% in the US in the last 4-week period, which ended February 16, nearly doubling the 52-week trend for the brand. So sales are actually on the increase, Chris, not decrease. And if you bother to do some research instead of spouting bullshit, you would have found that out.
Rats going. Oh, it's so nice to be awake, but so hard to see others still asleep. I thank you for viewing my videos. Subbing to my channel, let me be a part of your life.
The security office that I work in works alongside an emergency response for all of its assets around the world. We have to have news channels running 24/7. We have roughly about 8 running. Not once since Corona started have I heard anything about Corona beer, let alone the decrease in sales. However, there is one lady that appears to have some new facts. Let's have a look.
What the fuck are you doing?
Get back now.
What do you mean get back? Stop.
Back now.
Why are you pouring my fucking beers down the sink?
Because I'm getting rid of the virus in this house.
What do you mean the virus in this house?
The
Stop pouring.
coronavirus.
Fuck you. Stop pouring my fucking beers down there.
No.
I'm taking these
Get
back.
away now before you get this fucking virus.
Jen, why are you pouring my beers down? You're off your head.
Because of the coronavirus, Madly. I don't want it in this house.
Jen, it's got nothing. Stop pouring my beers down the sink. No. It's got nothing to do with bottles of
Madly,
Corona.
get away, Miss, because you're already exposed.
How many of you? What do you mean I'm exposed? You're walking around with a fucking mask on your face. You got gloves.
I'm protected.
What do you mean you're protected?
I'm not breathing it in. You are.
Breathing what in?
The coronavirus, Madly.
Jen,
These coronas are open. So
it doesn't come from fucking bottles of lager, you freak. Look how many you've got rid of. What's wrong with you, mate? You got problems.
There's nothing wrong with me, Bradley, yeah? There'll be something wrong with you if you don't fucking shut up and let me get on with it. Because you're fucking
Jen, you off your head.
virus. And
It
I
doesn't-
fucking won't, because I'm sensible enough to get rid of it and put a mask on. But
Why are you wearing all
no
that?
fucking mask, no gloves, no nothing.
Why are you wearing all that? Stop pouring them down the sink, you little freak. Jen, it doesn't come from fucking bottles of Corona.
Where does it come from then, Bradley?
China.
It makes me laugh all the time. Seriously does. Okay, that'll do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching if you got this far. As I said at the start, if you did like it, please give it that thumbs up. If it is your first time here, subscribe and then click the little bell. More videos to come. Next one will be part 2 of Mr. Pickett. See what he has to say. I have got an extra shift tomorrow, but I will be available Monday and Tuesday. And Monday we will go live. Like I say, roughly between 8 and 9 Eastern Standard Time. We'll go live, where I do have, actually this time, I have a couple of things planned. So, we'll see you then. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Good day.